All right. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are in the world. It could be either way, depending on if you're on the West Coast United States, it's still morning. If you guys are across the pond over in Europe, good afternoon, good evening. Good to see you guys. Let's go ahead and switch things over here. I want to turn the music up just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and it's gonna pull up the chat. Switch over. Cool. What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? We got some things to talk about today. In my opinion, Bitcoin's at a very crucial level, and I'll go ahead and talk about the setup and how we can possibly take advantage of a possible reversal. Just letting you guys know, even though I am going to go over the setup here, what we're talking about, there's a couple things to keep in mind. Like I said, one, I try to play both sides of the coin. All right. Now, I know last stream I was talking about being bullish, so I was talking about December 17th happening, and that still very well can be a thing. As of right now, I have to go based off what the setup shows me and what the possible further setup or what the bigger picture does look like. So to me personally, I have to kind of just visualize the potential of both outcomes, and from there I can kind of dissect and get into the possibilities of how we can play each of the variations that could be forming. So in order for me to do that, I'm just going to start off with a clean slate here. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First, let's say hello. Perthisia, currently on BTC ETH and LTC short. No idea whether we'll hit stop loss. We'll see. I know if you got in at the right time, Perthish, you'd be actually sitting in a decent spot on ETH, so a little bit away from your stop loss. BTC's kind of fighting in that area. I'm pretty sure LTC, you might get stopped depending on what your stop loss is. But I'll go ahead and go over that here. Nice t-shirt. Thank you, my friend. Target special. Nothing fancy here. It's just it's a little chilly where I'm at, and I do have the window cracked a little bit. I don't know why. I just like having the window open, even though it's, I think, 30 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now. I just like the fresh air. But let's go ahead and get right into this. So a couple things to keep in mind. One, I got to take a look at the bigger picture first. For me, the most important level for me to be a little bit more bullish on a, I guess, more macro scale is I need that 17,600 level to be reclaimed and held. As you can see, we came back above and we're currently wicked below that. I understand that there could be some volatility between this level. It's not going to respect it to the T, in my opinion, especially with these bigger levels. You got to keep in mind that these are kind of regions, and price is definitely going to bounce around in that certain area. So keeping that in mind, I need Bitcoin to remain above 17,600, and from there we can get, I guess I would say, the probabilities for more upside definitely do increase. But I have to just see and but I have to see and wait and see how Bitcoin responds in this region. That's what I wanted to say. So keeping that bigger picture in mind, that's going to complete the much larger ABC here. All right. And that is going to possibly complete a much larger structure of this here. And, this could be a potential larger bottom being formed. I don't think it's going to be the bottom. I would like to see some sort of retesting of the higher levels first and see how it responds if we can get up there. But, I'm definitely considering the idea that there could be a bottom of the bear market coming soon. If not, I think we could definitely put in some lower lows, but I think we're going to see a push to the upside first before we come down and do that. Ideally, how I visualize it is one of the things I consider, or one of the things I am looking at and keeping in mind, is something similar to how the bull market formed and how it finished. We had a giant, nice pump to the upside, a good, decent retest, and then continuation higher, and then that formed the much larger ABC here. Very same thing could be happening to the downside. What if this structure here is a ABC 1 trend? We come up, put in another retest of the upside. So I don't know where it's going to go. And then what if from there we do put in another lower low? All right, that if that does happen, and maybe we do get a larger push to the downside to where we can get, claim those, like, that 10 to 12k region, I think that's gonna be a great sign that the possible bear market is going to end. That's gonna give you a lot more confidence. I'm not saying that it could bottom out here. We don't have to come up, put a retest, and continue down. We can easily just, kind of trend sideways and eventually work our way up. Absolutely in the cards as well. But I gotta take it level by level and just kind of see how the structure does adapt / form in the near future. Let's see. Jeff Jefferson. Hey, Johnny. Really appreciate your effort. Thank you so much, my friend. That's an awesome name, by the way. Jeff Jefferson. I don't know why I have fun saying that. Cree Trading. Hey, Johnny. How's it hanging? Good to see you, my friend. I noticed you came in over from Kite's channel. Also, I have been playing some games with Kite recently. So good to see you. Thank you for so much stopping by. ZZ Johnny. No flies though. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. But let's go ahead and talk about the the little bit more of the smaller time frame and kind of give you guys the other side of the coin here. So one of the things that I have mentioned in the past, and one of the things I feel like a lot of people here have been talking about, is the possibility of price coming down and putting in those lower lows at about that 10 to 12K region. That would absolutely line up with a macro local low that I have here on BTC. You know, one of the things that, you know, I like to look at and keep in mind as price does develop is local lows coming off of, or as we're in a downtrend, I have to take a look at the local lows as they come down and retest to certain areas. So the first one is at 16.2K. And to be honest, if that fails, if price does continue lower, there's nothing significant until about that 9,850 range, or 9,800. I'm not saying that we're dead set on retesting that level, but I think the probabilities of going down to this region do increase significantly if we do break that 16.2K region. Let's see. Let's see. FYI, ZZ is for Zadravo. It's Serbian. Okay. Interesting. I never heard of that before. Is my ABC correct, by the way? 4 hours sent on DM. Let me go ahead and pop it up here. Yes. Yes, no fly zone. That is currently the right setup you should be looking at. Right? Yeah. Yep. Perfect. Could have done it better myself. That's the exact same setup I'm looking at. So yes, that is correct. Let me go ahead and kind of play devil's advocate here. What if we're not done? Okay. What if this is just a pump here as a retest and we're possibly coming down? Maybe this is an A, B, C, A. This is the B, and then we're going to see a lower low to a C. All right. If that is the case, we have to kind of figure out and understand how we can take advantage of that possible move. Now, for me to do that, I need to go down to a smaller perspective and a smaller time frame. Usually I like to stick to like an hour is a good sweet spot. I'm zoomed out as far as I can be, and to me, this is a good perspective. If you want to get a little bit more, if you want to get a little bit more of the detail, 30 minute you can go down. But if you can't see it on a 1 to 2 hour, to me, it's not valid. Cage, smiley face, how you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for stopping by. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So going back to what I was saying before, was we do have a setup here that is a good short setup that's on a good perspective, and in my opinion, this is a fantastic trade to take. Now, mind you, I'm only taking this trade and I'm trying to play into the continuation of the possibility of that we can go down and test those lows. Maybe this can become an aggressive downtrend. I don't know. That's the key thing here, is I don't know where price is going to go, but I have to understand the key levels and play them accordingly as they do form, or the setups as they form. Just in case that, even though I might have a certain directional bias, me personally, I think we could be seeing more of an upside retest, in my opinion. I could be 100% wrong, and I'm willing to fall on that sword if that does happen. I don't have to be right all the time. The goal is to make sure that I do capitalize on any opportunity that I do get, just in case I am wrong. So in this case, even though I am a little bit more bullish, I do see a bearish setup here, and the entry is going to be at that wick here at around, I actually got it pretty damn close, around that 17,425. So as long as we're below that region, I'm currently holding a short. I'm sure maybe some of you have noticed the same position as well, and I'm hopefully you guys are taking the trade with me. If not, no worries. But if you guys are, I'm just letting you guys know that I am currently holding this in case there is a larger downside. Okay, yeah, full screen this. There we go. In case there is a larger turn to the downside here, and we can potentially see much lower price levels. And that's also a hedge. It's protecting against the original position that I am currently long from. I'm also currently taking a long position off of this setup here. All right, and then right now, that's the ABC I'm looking at. I'm gonna go ahead and mark the levels out for you guys. All right, so as long as we're below 17,450, I'm shorting, and as long as we're above 15,460, I'm longing. And right now, I kind of have to let these positions fight out and see who wins. In my opinion, this is a scenario to where we have great size setups on both directions, and to be honest, it can go either way. And if it does go one direction or the other, I'm going to be playing my cards right, making sure that I'm in a position to ride the wave of the next move. So let's, now that we have BTC out of the way, let's go over ETH. So ETH, I want to go over one thing quick. All right, so on Ethereum, we do have a larger macro setup here. And this is a bullish setup. All right, unlike BTC, ETH did not put in that lower low at around 1073. So unfortunately, I cannot get a lower entry here. I did have to play this region here at about 1179. That was my entry, I believe. I'll go ahead and show you guys the setups or the current trades I'm working with. As of right now, I'm currently long off that region, and I'm holding it. All right, and then from there, like I said, the next question that I ask myself in these kind of situations is, how do I play the other side of the coin in case I am wrong? Right, that's the key thing. Is I might have, I keep saying this because I do want to get this out to you guys and make sure you guys understand. Even though you might have a certain directional bias, regardless of your long or short, you have to be willing to play both sides. I have definitely bit myself in the butt, definitely not sticking to those parameters and that logic, and I've been too heavily swayed on one direction, and it's kind of an ego thing. At the time I was on a hot streak, I was doing fantastic, and I thought I was not going to be wrong, or I was just going to continue being right, taking the best trades I can. But eventually it does, the market does keep you in check sometimes. So what I took away from that situation is that you have to be willing to play both sides of the coin, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that as long as you guys get the appropriate positions. All right, so for me, the question is, if I am wrong, and let's say this is I think of a good scenario. What if this is an A and that we're getting a very crazy, I don't like the structure of this, but this is going to be a B, and then what if we come down, right, and possibly even put in a lower low past that 870, all right? And if I go back to the larger time frame, to me, on a larger perspective, actually just a little bit too zoomed in, let's do a 4 hour. I might have to do it like some weird thing, like a 6 hour. There you go. What if this is an A to a B, and then we're working on a larger C? All right. I have to keep that in mind. And if I keep that in mind, to me, I have to ask myself, what is the best trade or the best setup for me to get into a short to play into that larger downside continuation? For me, that's going to be an A, B, C to an A, B, C to a B, and then an A, B, C to a C. Now, to me, this ABC formed a lot better than the one on BTC. I personally like this one a lot more, and I did catch an entry at the 13-14-ish region. If you guys are in my Discord, or if you guys are coming from David's Discord group, I did let you guys know I was looking for that ahead of time. And I went ahead and set the entry for myself, and I was able to get in, and now I'm just letting it ride. So for me, it's going to be that entry there, as well as I'm still playing that long position that I mentioned from down here. All right. And the same sort of scenario for BTC, or compared to BTC, is that we have an opportunity to play both sides of the coin, and we kind of have to just let it ride and see what happens. and it's also a hedge to protect the profits that I made from that long. And basically, if we continue downwards, I'm still walking away almost just about net even, maybe a little bit more money depending if this continues to drop more. Let's see. I got in at 13-14 short on ETH. I think your ABC is just Confluence earlier one. Look at DMs. Let's see. That's the Bitcoin one you sent me. Did it put it in a higher high past? Oh, it did. Wow. No fly zone. I had no idea. So I didn't really look into this, but technically this is a larger ABC here. A to a B to a C. Now we did put in that higher high. Unfortunately, I was not ready for this. I did talk about this in the past. It's an ever so slight wick, but we did get a higher high. And this would have been one of those scenarios to where you could have shorted almost the potential larger top. But me personally, I'm okay with taking the lower entry here. I did not manage to get that, but yes, technically that is a completed ABC. And then this ABC that I'm currently in is going to basically play as a, I guess, an extra layer of confluence to back up the ABC within the C. So overall, shorts are looking great. I just want to go over LTC real quick and give you guys the deets or the details of what I'm looking at. Let's see here. So you go back to chat. Isn't the B lower than the A in that ABC? No, we actually got a double bottom. On ETH, it did not put in that lower low. It literally touched perfectly. Actually, a little bit. If I get it exact, it was just ever so. It's so slight. Like literally, it was a 50-cent difference. But let's see. Do you have any idea for how long it could take to trade a $100 account to 2,500? Jeff, if you're using the particular system I'm using, that is going to take a while, in my opinion. The fastest because I'm currently working on a challenge account. The fastest and the highest I got it to was, I believe I got it from $500 to about 2.2K in about, I'll give you guys the region. I don't remember exactly where it was, but I started it around here. By the time we came back down and dumped here, so I would say a couple months, it took about, what's that? I'll say February, because this is late January. Don't give myself that February, March, April, about 4 months to get it to about a, what is that? A 4.4x. So, you know, that's 100 to 2,500 is a 25x. I would say if you're looking to get that accelerated, or you're trying to get that account to build quickly, the best chance you have of doing it is trading a bull market. That's something I was able to do in the previous bull market. It's a lot easier to do it. Unfortunately, because we're in a bear market right now and kind of trending sideways, it's going to be a lot slower. If you only have $100 to work with, just letting you know now that expectations for that, I would say is not the greatest, just because saw the video in a park. It was great. Oh, thank you, my friend. I made that a long time ago. When it gets nicer out, I plan on doing more stuff outside. Unfortunately, it's just absolutely freezing where I live. And there's actually, is there still snow? It was snowing earlier this morning, a little bit, but there's still snow outside. So I won't be doing any videos outside anytime soon. But as soon as it gets nice out again, I'm definitely 100% going to make more videos outside, trying to talk about stuff that's not necessarily chart related. just because I just love doing that. Let's see. But Mama, if you get a lower low past the 0, you have to go back and view it as a different ABC. Rune chart, please. Absolutely. What has the most? I'm assuming Binance. Pratheesh, let me know if this has the most price history. It looks like it does. Yeah. All right, so Rune's got something a little bit interesting going on here. So for me, Rune has a nice larger A to a B to a C. With all this being an ABC within the C, and then the last one that's most important to me is this ABC within the C wave. So taking that into consideration, the most important level to keep an eye out on is going to be that $1.43, which we're currently above right now. I would personally would not trade this with leverage. That's just me personally. If you're looking to buy into a coin like this, not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion. If I was looking to put money into this, I honestly would consider it. That wouldn't be a bad time. But keep in mind that we could be potentially facing lower price action on BTC and ETH. So Rune might get dragged down with it. But until that happens, to be honest, this is a decent macro setup to get into. So I would consider definitely, sprinkling some money into this if you like this project. I don't know anything about the project itself, unfortunately, but for me personally, based on the technicals, based on the charts of what I see, this looks pretty good. Great suggestion, Pratheesh. Thank you. Deadline, wrong expectations, etc. Yeah, pretty much. Unfortunately, you never know, Jeff, where the market is going to go and how it's going to behave. So it's hard for me to give you an expectation of what to look for and how to grow an account. All I can say is that I've been doing a good job at preserving it as it's been falling. So pretty much, I think it was sitting at around. Unfortunately, I wish we had a bullish setup to take profit on, because I was sitting at about like a 200% mark up here, and it pretty much got wiped. But I think I'm doing a good job at keeping it consistent, and as it continues to go downwards, if you can maintain an account as price is dropping, that's good. You're doing a good job, in my opinion, if you can do that. Don't be expecting to make multiple or 2 to 3x in a bear market. It's absolutely possible. Something I regret not doing throughout this entirety of the bear market is playing into the continuation setups. Now, if you guys haven't seen this video, I gotta pull up chat separately. If you guys haven't seen this video that I posted about like a month ago, I think it's a great video. To me personally, it does a good job at explaining where is it? If you guys go to the channel and look at this one, turn 10 grand into 25K in a bear market. Basically, I talk about the only thing. Wait, why is it not high quality? Okay, so pretty much I talk about all you're doing is shorting every single high, and we went over the math together about how many times we would have got stopped out. I went through the entire process, and you basically would have turned 10K into a $25,000 account in a bear market. Now, a 250% in a bear market, pretty damn impressive. If you guys can even maintain an account while prices are going down, that's pretty good in my opinion. But optimally, I should have played it this way. I did not. So, I try to play both sides and try to kind of take advantage of the smaller price movements. But going into the remainder of this bear market and into the bull market, I can confidently say we're going to do very well, in my opinion. I think we're going to do very well. with this one, I don't think I touched on LTC. I'll go ahead and talk about that quick. I apologize if I missed it. But the only thing right now is that we're currently sitting at the entry of this larger ABC bearish setup. Now, there's no bullish setups that I was able to take just because LTC did behave differently from the other coins. And for me personally, I like this setup and I'm willing to hold this. So I'm currently in an LTC short right now. You know, I'll go ahead and pull up the account for you guys. Oh, come on. My NordVPN got signed out. Hold on. Believe that's the right password? Cool. Where's Sweden? I like logging into Sweden. All right, cool. Let me just go ahead and show you guys what I'm working with the account. Like I said, unfortunately, it's been kind of holding around that 5, like anywhere from 500 to 480 to 530, 540. It really depends on these trades, and just because how we're approaching our entries and all that. Oh wow. Okay, cool. I am sitting in all my trades, so I'll go ahead and show you guys here. Let me just go ahead and pop out chat again. When will you be increasing your margin or reducing stop loss? So I'll be reducing my stop loss when price continues to go back up. If we can get back up to like this 30K region, I might. So like something that I realized is something I should be doing as we go forward is, as price goes up, I have to adjust my stop loss accordingly. I don't know the exact like time I should reduce it. I'm going to go ahead and ballpark it. I'm going to say once you get to like the high 20K, low 30K regions, I'm going to bring it up to a 2% or bring it down to a 2% instead of a 3%. And from there, once we can get back up to like the low 50, I would say like the 40 to 60K region, I'm going to go ahead and bring it back to a 1%. Just because there's going to be less volatility as we go up to these numbers. And potentially, if we can get up to 100K in the bull market, I might reduce it even less. Let's see. Hi, Johnny. Is there a way that you roughly estimate how much it goes down? I asked Kite same question. He showed briefly on an existing trend. Short explanation. I would like to see. I would like to see how you do it. What do you like? Do you mean like by a particular trend, Lazar? If you mind, can just clarifying that, like how much a dump can go down. If that's what you're asking, just let me know if I'm on the right track. I'm so sorry. I cannot pronounce your first name. I'm going to go with Masaki. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Yes. So something that Kite talks about, and something I believe as well, is that when you're going ahead and playing shorts, there's the problem with shorts is that there's diminishing returns. Okay. So with a short, you can only short it down to 0. All right. But if you take a long position, technically your upside is infinite, or as high as it can go. You can continue to make a certain amount of percentage on your trades. The number can infinitely go up. You can only short something to a 99% or 99.9%. So with shorts, one of the things he talks about is that after a certain point, that doesn't make sense to necessarily hold the trade, because if price does continue past a certain point, you're going to make not as much money as you would trying to re-enter and compound it. So for example, I think he says like a 40% region. What the heck is this, a heart? No. I think it says like 40% max is like the threshold he's willing to hold the short for. And that's fair. It's same thing going forward. Like, to me, I want to see how it develops. But personally, I'm on the same realm as Kite. is that anything past like 40%, there's really no incentive. There's no reason to, let me show you on the R&R. There's really no extra incentive to hold that trade. All right, so let me give you an example. I'm going to set up 2 trades at the exact same entry. One long, one short, just to give you an example. Each of them is going to have the exact same stop loss. I'm going to do my best to get it exact as possible. What's the entry on this? I'm going to copy the entry. All right, and I'm going to show you something. So, like I said, at a certain point, there's a point of diminishing returns when it comes to holding shorts. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this short down to 40%. Come on, there we go. As you can see, the risk to reward is about a 13.29. Now, watch what happens when I bring this up to a 40%. Okay. Trying to make sure I get it about the same. Come on. All right, I'm not gonna get it exact. I'm gonna do my best to get it exact. But once you get to a certain point, I'll show you. All right, even here you can see the R&R is not the same. Even though we're going the exact same direction on both sides, the R&R isn't the same. Now, if I increase this to like 50%, let's do 60%. All right, that means Bitcoin would have to go to 6K. Like I said, I'm gonna do my best to keep this close. I'm pretty sure I'm looking at this at the right. Oh, jeez. What's the number at? 60.01. Oh, shit. Cancel. All right. So even though the R&R, there's still a slight variation. And look how much more price has to move 60% to the upside than it does to get to 60% to the downside. Just the actual measurement itself is a lot larger. So yes, at some point, price has to move significantly more to get the same R&R. So it doesn't necessarily make sense to continue to hold shorts for an extended period of time or past a certain point, because price has to continue to move further, versus in the other direction, it doesn't take nearly as much price action for price to move the exact same amount. You can physically see it on the trade itself. So that's the reason why it's overall, it's better to, you're gonna make more money playing the long side and holding it in that direction. But when it comes to playing shorts, you can still play shorts, you can still make money on holding shorts, but it gets to a certain point to where it gets to a diminishing value, or the returns get diminished. Let's see. Jeff Jefferson, was this your main account or the challenge account? Well, the account where I did really good in the bull market, that was my main account. And then from there, I diversified everything I had into different things. And so right now, this is just a challenge account. I don't show my actual real trades just because I don't want to disclose that. Guys, it's nothing like, it's not crazy amount. Like, I'm not playing with crypto face money over here. But it's just, for me, it's just to accumulate going into the next bull market. I don't take that many trades on it. The last significant trade I took on it, I believe, was this ABC short. But mind you, when I trade my main account, I use like a 5% stop loss. and then all I do is just let it rip, and then I took profit. I believe I took profit somewhere around this bottom region. And at the time, I wasn't using the continuation setup. I was going with opposing setups at the time for me to actually show, or for me to play into compounding, into trying to get that account to accumulate more. I wasn't playing it at the time. So at the moment, there's no significant short setups to me for me to take on my main account. Let's see. You use fibs to estimate some regions of where it go, or just market surfing? For shorts, I like to prioritize local lows off of previous trends. So like I have to go back to the Coinbase chart for that. I like to I don't usually like use these levels as like gospel, but I will go back at previous trends or previous bull markets in this case, and I will use local lows. Basically, local lows are basically bottoms of major trends. So basically, you have an uptrend, downtrend. Once that downtrend breaks, you have to mark the local low. All right. So basically, any major pullback where we bottom, that's a local low. I can go more if you guys want me to explain how I look at local lows. But I take it one level at a time. And also I have to look at recent price action too for bullish setups. But now that I'm approaching trading my style in a different way, I don't necessarily look for bullish setups anymore to try to kind of gauge where a bottom might be. But I'll primarily use local lows. So as of right now, if 16.2K doesn't hold, I'm looking for that lower 10K region to possibly be tested. Waiting and watching for the next ABC forms. You have vlog on. Oh, is that what makes the difference? Okay, yeah, okay. It does look a little bit better. Okay. But it still doesn't change the fact that overall, you're going to make more money holding long positions. And there is still a diminishing value of returns when it comes to shorts. But thank you, Cage, for pointing that out. I didn't even realize that made a difference. Main account is $1 million. Pratish, if that was the case, to be honest, I'd be living somewhere a lot nicer, where it wouldn't be snowing outside. I wish that was the case. We're getting there. We're getting there. Like, you have to, one of the things I learned, and one of the things, like, you know, we can have this conversation now. I'm not going to go too far into it because unless you guys are doing very well, I know a lot of you guys are just starting out or trying to figure out how to, or what system works for you and trying to build and make money in the space. I 100% get that. But if you guys ever get the chance where you do very well, don't be afraid and do not get overconfident and cocky when it comes to doing well. One of the things, like I said, my ego got the best of me at the peak of my ego got the best of me around this region here. Now, I'm not saying, like, luckily beforehand, I knew that I started taking majority of my profits like around like this region. And to me, I did not get the top, but at the same time, I knew that I did very well and I have to preserve as much money as I can just in case if I don't get another shot at it. So for me, saving money, diversifying where I want to keep my my absolute, like, all, basically dedicating certain amounts of my portfolio to certain things, crypto, non-crypto related. Like, I'm working on some other things outside of crypto that I'm excited for. And eventually, you know, hopefully this could be the beginning of something larger for me, just, you know, where I don't necessarily have to just rely on crypto. It's just going to be icing on the cake. Yeah, bull market will be sick. I think so too. I think there's going to be some serious money to be made in the bull market. I think if you guys learn the methods now, and go into the bull market, I'm definitely confident in saying that this account is going to do fantastic. Hi, Johnny. What do you think about the Alameda trading system with both directions at the same time? I'm not the biggest fan of that. I actually used to play something similar to that system. I'm not sure exactly how it is, but there are times where I have taken trades at the exact same entry, just playing both sides. And one of the main problems I find is that sometimes you might get actual ABCs to where, let's say you play this region, right? You would have done well in the long. You would have tried to play short. You would have got rejected, stopped out. There could be certain points, and depending on where you play them, to where you might get wicked out of both positions at the exact same, well, around the exact same time. So then next thing you know, you're fighting back and forth between certain positions. You can actually lose a lot more money doing that. So Masaki, I do play both directions, but it's off of I need different parameters. Like I said, for me, I'm currently shorting this area here. I'm just gonna mark it in the red line, and I'm currently longing this level here. Now, if you can get it to where you have opposing positions at important key levels, that is fine. But just playing the exact two different directions, the exact same level, can definitely hurt you. Are you holding stocks? Here and there. I have a couple shares of AMD. I have, it's funny. I actually bought Riot, but that was a mistake. I only bought one share of that. And obviously this is a shit coin of the stock. Oh, we do have a bullish ABC though. I bought Riot around like here, like $60. I only bought one share though, just because I wanted to see where it would go. And it was, obviously it's worth nothing now. I bought some Plug. One of the biggest plays I've ever had in the stock market was playing Plug Power. They make chargers for like electric vehicles and stuff. They manufacture chargers. I got in around this level here, and I sold. I don't remember if it was I think it was up here. I sold like 6 to 7 months later. It was up here. I mean, like, how much did I make? I didn't sell the exact top. I made like 25%, and I had like a couple thousand. And to me, that was like one of the biggest plays I've ever had in the stock market. Do you DCA on ABC biased or weekly? Mostly on an ABC biased. If I'm not playing an ABC, I will play local lows. One of the examples is that I bought KDA recently. Does it have the most? Yeah. So I bought KDA recently when it came down and retested this zone. So I'll play it in zones. Like I bought it like around like 86 cents. Sorry, my answering machine is in my room because that's where all my internet stuff is. And it just went off, and I just heard like someone like breathing into it. It was kind of weird. But yeah, I primarily look at local lows if I'm not using ABC related stuff. I've recently sprinkled some ADA, but I bought it off of this larger ABC. Unfortunately, it's down, but eventually will come up. But I don't necessarily go. I like people who like, let's say, like, for example, my mom and dad still DCA every week. It's a very little amount, and it's something that they won't even care for or notice. But they still DCA every week, and they've done very well throughout the entirety of the bull market. I've had them sold half just to capitalize, and then they've been buying on the way down. So, and I'm gonna have them, if Bitcoin gets to 10K again, I'm gonna have them buy the rest at around 10K. So my parents are, that's gonna be a good vacation retirement money for them if they do well. US 30 is dumping. Let's go ahead and take a look at, let's see how the SPY. Ooh, the SPY is dumping. SPY is dumping. Dow Jones is dumping. ES is dumping. All right, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Now, when I look at the SPY, this looks like a nice clear separation in trend. We did not get a higher high. So depending on how far we dump, me personally, we could keep going. But if I can get one more high put in, and that is a fantastic setup in my opinion. That's going to call for a much larger A to a possible B to a continuation to a C. That I like to see. That I would like to see form, and I would want to see a larger dump go from there. It could very well happen not right now, but in the next coming weeks, we can just continue downward. Me personally, I want to see something like this before I can get a little bit more comfortable with taking shorts or be a little bit more bearish on the stock market. Let's take a look at the DXY actually while we're here. DXY is pumping. Now, this is something I did mention to you guys. If the DXY can maintain above that 105, 104, that's a bullish setup for the DXY. And it's also coming off a bounce off of this region here. So this ABC is a part of a much larger ABC. All right. So, in my opinion, I would want to see a significant dump below that before I could be a little bit more bullish on BTC. But as of right now, the DXY looks good, so I think the probabilities to the downside are increasing. Harvey, hey Johnny, what's up? How you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for stopping by. It's good to see you. Hope you're having a good day, man. We're just, hanging out, talking TA. I'm just going over the DXY here. Like I said, the DXY does look bullish in my opinion, especially if it can, I would say there's one more level up here it has to get back above. If it can get back above the 105, I think it looks good. Let's see. I shorted LTC from 84.76. I'm still holding. Should I scale up my short at 73.44? Let's see. 84.76. If you got it at 84.76, I would just hold it. Just because we're kind of dancing below this below this A, and if LTC can stay below that, I think we can definitely push lower. So I would say hold it, my friend. Fingers crossed for mega dump. I want my shorts to make some money. Hey, I'm playing both sides, so I'll be happy regardless. Unfortunately, for me, my account would do better if we pumped more, just because I have some money in BTC and ETH. But I'm okay with it because it's going to preserve my account as it continues to drop. Where's my phone? But yeah, I'm excited. I am going to let you guys know. I'm probably going to, so remember last stream, I told you how I originally was going to put $1,000 in the account. But if you guys weren't here last stream, one of the things that I originally was going to start off the account with, 1,000, but around the same time I started, a friend of mine called me and he really needed to borrow it. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I'll just go ahead and lend it out. The way he made it seem like I was going to get it back within a couple weeks and I was just going to put it back in. It's been about a little over a year because I lent him that back in October, or sorry, early November, late October. And I don't know if it's my luck or it just happened at the right coincidence or the right time, but he actually reached out to me and I'm actually going to be finally getting my money back. So I'm waiting for that to come in, hopefully within the next day or so. and I'm going to be putting it back into the account. So just letting you know that the account is going to be sitting at just about $1,000, probably by the next time I stream, if not next week. But yeah, something I wanted to do is I want to grow this overall grow it into a large account, because I know some of the people here, audio is a bit echoey. Guys, is that true, or is it just me? Or is it check, mic check? Let me check on my end, hold on. Guys, let me know in chat. Okay. All right. No worries, Harvey. No worries. I dropped my phone. Audio's fine. Cool. Why does it matter if you have 1,000 or 500 in your account? Because at the end of the day, money matters, and the multiplication of, so for example, like I got my account to 2,200 off of $500, or sorry, so that's a, wait, no, 2,200. So I think it's a 4.4, if I believe. Yeah. Let's say I had $1,000. If I had $1,000 in the account and then did the same thing, I would have had twice the amount. So in this game, money does matter. So I want to start out with a little bit more. And one of the things I want to preach, and one of the things I do like to tell people, is that I know everyone's situation in their life is different. Some people have it better than others. I'm not going to sit here and say that, how do I say this? I'm not saying you have to do it this way, but a lot of people ask me, how did you do so well? Was because I was able to accumulate money relatively fast before the bull market. And basically all I did was grow a small amount into a decent amount. And then all I did from there is I DCA'd the majority of what I had left. So I'll give you guys a quick synopsis. So at the time right before the bull market happened, when the COVID era was happening, so back here, come on, where is it? So back in this region is where I started trading, around April of 20. I like March, April, because I got sent home a couple months into 2020 when COVID was kind of peaking. And from there, I needed something to do. Throughout the course of my life, I always came back and forth between trading. I originally first started trading options. I was like 18, 19. Blew an account. Didn't do so well. And eventually, I just found myself coming back to it at some point. I tried investing a little bit. And then from there, I eventually got into crypto, and that led me to go into, I can give you guys a longer, detailed story if you want. I'll just worry about that later. But long story short, I got home and I was making a stupid amount of money off of stimulus checks, bonus checks from the government, and everyone was going out and buying PS5s or trying to get new Yeezys. Now, and I'm not going to lie, eventually I did buy myself a pair of Yeezys, but that was in later into the bull market. But that was before the whole Kanye stuff. So I took I saved about $2,000, accumulated it, and just through leverage trading, I turned 2K into about $15,000, roughly about there, like 15, 16. Actually, that account got up to 30,000, but then I cut it in half, and then I said, from there, you know what? I'm just gonna take what I got and just run with it. From there, I sprinkled I would say 90% of it into Ethereum, and I bought Ethereum at about $415, $425, like in that region. And you guys can do the math. I'm not going to tell you guys when I sold. I sold a majority of it pretty much at the top. And as well as I was working on separate accounts. So I kind of want to recreate that again to show you guys how you guys can do it as well. Now, obviously, it's a little bit harder because I don't have all this crazy money coming in. But if you guys go out there, put in the work, save your money, budget yourself correctly, if you really want to dedicate time and money into this, I honestly think anyone can do this. I'm 100% dead set on that. Oh, geez, a couple chats here. But yeah, Lazar, it's all about upfront cost. You can make a certain percentage. Let's say the same idea with the bear market. If you take 250%, if you have $500, 250% is 2.5x. It's only $1,250. But if you had $5,000 times, you just made 10 times the amount of money with the same percentage. Or even if you had, let's say, something crazy like 20, let's say you managed to, say you had 25 grand. This is why the rich get richer. Same thing, 2.5 in a bear market, 62K. So we're working with the exact same percentages, but the overall number is a lot greater than obviously if you started with $500. So for me, I would say like I say anyone can, if they really wanted to and put the effort out there. And obviously, like I said, I know a lot of you guys might have different situations going on in your lives. I'm not saying you have to do this, but I'm saying in this game, I'm going to be real with you. It takes money to make money. So I think realistically, I think everyone can save about $2,000. If you play this right, and if you play this safely, let's say you did that. Let's say you played the bear market safely, 5 grand. And now you can take that money, and then we're not even done yet. If the bull market ever does start, you can easily 10x this. Easily. I am way behind on chat. Wow, I never had this problem. Let's see. So excited to watch the stream and open the stream twice. How much do you think the account will you touch by the end of the next bull run? It depends. I honestly would like to start the bull run with about like maybe 3,000 to 5,000. 5,000 being like, if I really put the time in and do well as accumulate, I can say confidently, I can say we can at least get that account to 10x, because you have to keep in mind when you're trading longs and trading an upside, not only are you making money on the percentage of the trades you're making, you're also making money on what you accumulated holding BTC. And I plan on moving the majority of my margin over to inverse perpetual once 10K hits, if we do get down to those regions. And from there, it's just going to be easy. So I think confidently, I would say a 10x is fair. We could probably get it higher, in my opinion. We'll have to see how it plays out, though. But that's just my personal belief. I've done way more than, let's see, what did I do? I done, yeah, about, well, let's see, from 2 grand, I did about a 50x in the bull market. So I think a 10x is fair. How much is the position entry bot subscription? So, I'm currently, I don't currently plug the TV Hub bot, just because if you guys are over from David's channel, I do work with him and I am in his group, and we do have stuff in the works. Eventually I am going to be using his bot. There's just some things that I've been testing it recently, and there's just been some issues going with that are happening with the bot, and so it's not working 100% right now. But when it does, when everything does get fixed, I will be planning on using that. You guys do have to pay for that, and I think I'm not sure if David's gonna have a referral link or something for me, but it's called trigger.trade. This is the bot I'm currently working on trying to use. But like I said, there's just been some issues with the way how I trade things. There's just something going on with the static bot. So I'm waiting to just hear back to whenever that gets completed. But as soon as that's done and that's working, I will let you guys know. Like I said, this is me. Just because I'm working with David, it's his platform, and I would rather support him and help him out and use his platform versus going over and using TV Hub. But if you do want to use TV Hub, there is an affiliate link If you guys want, I'll send it over to you guys. I'm not going to promote it just because, like I said, I'm working with David and his bot. So right now it's about 23 a month. If you sign up with the referral link, if you guys are interested, I do have one. It's gonna take 10% off of your price, but you do pay with crypto, so you would have to do this every month, and it's kind of annoying. So if you guys are really dead set on this, I would recommend. It's not because I want your money, but it just make it a lot easier, a lot more sense to do it once every 6 months than doing it every month. But you do get a free 7-day trial with it. And I did use it like a spam email of mine to because I did not pay for it, and Bybit's been a pain with trying to get withdrawals out. So because you get your own separate unique address, and after a certain amount of time it expires, and by the time I get the address whitelisted, it expires. So I'm like, this is ridiculous. But yeah, I'll if you guys are interested, I'll let you guys know. Let's see. My first time in your stream. What types of strats you use for technicals? Jay Cruz, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I primarily trade a method called the ABC method. I'm gonna go ahead and explain to you what that is here in a moment. I just want to catch up on chats. I love talking about this. So Jay, just give me one moment and I will absolutely cover that. Cage, how old are you, Johnny? I am 28. Good, LOL. Cage, you're close, Prathish. You're close. I'm 28. Easy value. Oh my god, that's crazy. Cool. I am 24. All right. So you're not. I feel like an old man sometimes. Don't remind me. No, I'm kidding. Nice advice. Interesting story to hear. Thank you, my friend. Prashit, do you plan on buying a house? Yes. Unfortunately, in the U.S., you have to have job history and you have to have certain requirements in order to get a house. I just got screwed by losing my job, so I kind of have to put that in the back burner for a little bit. But yes, I do plan on buying a house, especially if this bull market does well. I might just go ahead and put a down payment on that. So basically, if you put more money in the account, you increase your risk percentage. No, you keep your same risk percentage. The actual margin that you're using does increase, if that makes sense. You trade BTC ETH inverse perp or just trade USDT. Right now I'm primarily using USDT, but I do have money in inverse perpetual. When the bull market does start, I will transfer over to that. How much money would you risk for 3% risk off of right now? Like if I'm about $500, so that, what is that? $15 risk. So if we can get, when I put money in the account and it gets back to 1,000, it's gonna be $30. Well, which would let's see, which would make easy 10x. Exactly. That's why I think 10x is easy, because you're compounding as well as keeping on US perpetual. Or sorry, inverse perpetual. But Jay Cruz, I'm gonna go back to your thing. So I primarily trade a method called the ABC method, right? And it's very straightforward method in my opinion. It does take some time to spot these and learn how to identify these, but to me, in my opinion, it's one of the easiest strategies you can use. The reason why I say that is because all you really need is to use your eyes and basically identify the setups yourselves. There's no extra steps, no extra indicators, no extra tools you're gonna need. It's pretty straightforward, right? All we're doing is we're going and looking for either an uptrend, a retracement, and then a continuation higher past the A. All right. And in this case, if we get back below, you're going to short. All right. And I'll explain why this works. And then on the other end, if you want to take a buy position or a long position, you look for a downtrend, a pullback, a push to the upside, and then a retest. And you're looking for a lower low past the A. All right. And from there, you would take a buy position. And the goal from this is that you're trading reversals or continuations of trends. Okay. And that's the easiest way to explain it. Now, let me explain to you why this works so well. The reason why this works so well is because one of the things I always talk about, and I mentioned this in one of my other videos, is, I believe I did. If not, I'll make a separate video talking about this. But the reason why this works so well is because you have to put yourself in the mindset of in order to become successful in this space, you have to go ahead and think outside of the box. Go against the herd. Think against what majority of people are thinking. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can do that. There's a lot of different systems. In my opinion, I like this a lot just because it's the most straightforward and simplest strategy, in my opinion. And so what ends up happening is, from a traditional trader perspective, okay, when you see a higher high on an uptrend, you consider that to be bullish. The market shows signs of strength, right? But according to our method and how we do it, if we do put in a higher high and come back below, that actually shows signs of weakness, right? And also there's breakout traders. So what people will do is people will take basically trades. People will take trades either to the upside or to the downside in hopes of trying to catch the next set or the next wave of resistance or support, depending on which direction this does. What actual big players do and what big money and how big money plays it is that they understand that majority of traders trade this way. So what they do is they'll actually sell into the pump in this case. So as price is breaking above, people are buying the breakout and trying to push the price higher. But people who have more money are actually selling into that buying. And that's the only way that money can be moved or their coins or their assets can be sold, is if they need volume, they need money coming in to sell their positions. So it's a perfect storm. So in this case, you would have shorted once price got below here. And eventually what ends up happening is you do have these breakout traders or people who are trying to take buy positions up here. They end up getting stopped out or liquidated. And what ends up happening is that triggers a snowball effect. And that's the reason why you have sometimes these large continuous reversal trends once you have a bullish setup when it comes to trading breakouts. Because people are basically being forced to sold into these positions, as well as big money is already selling into these higher regions. So it just triggers a giant snowball effect. And eventually that's where you get these larger price dumps. Or in the opposite direction is sometimes, I'll give you a good example here. Price is dumping, right? So people mark this level as support, right? And what will happen is price will come back up and people say, okay, if we come retest, it's going to be a confirmation of support and we're going to go out and pump and basically pump higher. Or if this support fails, they're going to go ahead and short it because it shows signs of weakness according to the normal standard regular trader, right? But in reality, it's the exact same thing that we talked about, but it's just the opposite. Big players see that people are trying to short the breakout of this. And so what they're doing is they're trying to buy into the liquidity dumping, where people are selling their coins and so they can take their money and buy their positions. And what happens is people try to short the dump of the break of that support. All right. And what ends up happening is the exact same thing, but just, the opposite. Eventually people get caught in short positions down here. And so what happens is eventually price will get pumped and then it'll cause a snowball effect because eventually those positions will get stopped out or liquidated, forcing people to buy back in. And it starts a momentum and like a giant snowball effect. And this is what allows price to move in a aggressive direction, is that these accumulated snowball effects. The liquidity grab, yes. So in a way, that is one of the best. That's one of the number one reasons why the strategy works so well. So you can take that same concept and go into a little bit of a smaller time frame, is what I primarily do, is that we focus on larger trends. We understand the larger levels, but at the same time, we go into a smaller perspective and we try to play both sides of the coin. So let me give you let me give you an example of how this could possibly work out. All right. So same thing here. We have a low after a aggressive dump. Okay. We bounce, we put in a slight wick below. And so people are going to have conditional trades set up to where people are going to try to short the breakout and people are going to look for lower dumps. especially, or sorry, lower dumps, lower price moves to the downside, or just a larger dump in general. People are going to be more bearish, especially coming off of the FTX news. So people are going to be more willing to short. But we get that lower wick, people short, big money is buying into that position. So what ends up happening is big money is buying, and at the same time forcing the stops as well as forcing liquidity to buy back into the asset, which pumps price the other way. So all we're doing as ABC traders is we're trying to capitalize on that by trading the opposite, right? So when people are shorting these lows, we're buying. And if for a current example right now, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I guarantee you that people try to buy the breakout, and now we're kind of dancing in this region. If people are still holding longs and people are still holding buy positions, price is going to be pushed down a little bit further because big money is selling into this. All right. And if we continue downwards, I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but if we continue downwards, eventually you're going to see a little bit more of an aggressive move to the downside, because people are going to be forced out of their long positions and liquidity is going to be grabbed, and it's going to force price lower. Let's see. You are risking $50 for $500 account and $30 for, no, it's $15, Lazar, 15. Let's see. Johnny, I am 21 and how would you suggest me to plan my finances? Should I go hardcore into crypto instead of stocks? I think you should diversify. Me personally, I think there's a lot more potential in crypto, but you have to be willing to put money in that you're willing to lose. Dandy Frasco, hello, my friend. How you doing? Guys, chat is popping today. I'm having a hard time keeping up. Thank you guys so much for asking great questions and hanging out. I'm going to do my best to make sure I don't skip anything. But Lazar, yeah, I'm sorry if I confused you. It's $15 to 500. I'm sorry if I said that fast. But I think trading is a good way to make money. Niraj, did I say that right? But I think it's nothing wrong with diversifying. If you have, let's say, $1,000 and it's your last $1,000, I don't think you should go too aggressive. I think you can play a little bit, learn it, and if you really want to, proceed to go heavier into it. I don't recommend it like right off the bat to go 100% into crypto. I think you should be willing to learn as well as putting money in and learning, and eventually if you do get good at this, you can eventually work your way up to putting more money in. So let's see. Bagasi, let me know if I said that right. Johnny, please, can you elaborate more of the difference between inverse contracts and perpetual? And when should we use each? So basically, all inverse perpetual is that you're trading the actual asset instead of USDT. So in Bitcoin inverse perpetual, you're just trading Bitcoin. You're using contract sizes, basically using Bitcoin value instead of US dollar value. In USDT, basically it's just the opposite. You're just using USDT as your main trading source as capital, and you don't really, there's benefits to both. USDT, if you're in a bear market, it preserves value, it preserves the money. If you have money in inverse perpetual as price is dumping, obviously you're going to lose value in your account. Vice versa, if you have a majority of your money in inverse perpetual, and let's say you bought at the bottom, you're going to be benefiting a lot off of the next bull market or just upward price action in general. Let's see. Is ABC the same as Elliott Wave? You explain ABC well. That I understand the idea the first time I hear it on you, but of course it's different when I actually play it myself. So the ABC is basically a modified version of Elliott Wave. The problem with Elliott Wave is that, one, there's too many damn rules. All right. So you have extended 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. All right. You have the possibility of fifth wave and third wave extensions. The fourth can go past the first wave. You have ABC pullbacks, all right, which we talk, it's ABC that we look at, but ABCs and Elliott Wave can have irregular flats, different structures. There's extended flats. You also look at trying to find particular targets based off of fib pullbacks or fib extensions. The main problem with Elliott Wave is that it's too damn confusing. Most people can't wrap their heads around it. There's a lot of rules in set. There's a lot of things to basically second guess yourself. And what I like about ABCs is that it gives you levels to play off of it. And we don't necessarily look for targets. We let the trend and we let price figure out where it wants to go. And our job as a trader is to identify the setups and play them, and basically let price action do the work for us. We just have to establish where we want to get in and take advantage of that. That's the number one difference between Elliott Wave and the ABC method. Is Elliott Wave, they try to sell you on trying to get the exact tops and bottoms of markets. The problem is there's so many damn variations. There's so many different possible fib levels to look at that it just makes it too confusing to make a methodical and actual strategic plan and actually stick to an actual strategy if you're using Elliott Wave. Let's see. Did you see the flexible Corsair? Yes, Perthish. I want to get my hands on that just because I love the aspect ratio on that. Okay. Kite, how you doing, my friend? We love Zajani. Ooh. Good to see you, Kite. How you doing, my friend? I hope I'm not stealing. I know you like to stream around this time. Guys, after I'm done here, if Kite's going to stream, go ahead and pop over to his channel, man. He's the reason why I started doing this. I love him to death. He's a great friend of mine. And without him, I wouldn't be here. So I owe him, at the very least, a shout out. I owe him a lot more than that. But guys, go ahead and check out Kite on his channel. Go ahead and pop his channel up here. As well as he did start a gaming channel. I do play games with him, so I will be on there every once in a while. But guys, definitely go ahead and check him out. Great friend and even better trader than me. Okay, John, thanks. Let's see. Harvey. Okay, he answered that question. Kitty in the chat. Love you, man. I have learned a lot from you. Things starting to working slowly for me. Thank you so much. Lazar, I'm great to hear that, my friend. I hope this works out well for you. You have a lot of great resources available, and hopefully we can all sit here and walk away learning something as well as make some money. So I'm glad to hear it. And hopefully you can continue this path. Let's see. Let's see. Thank you all who answered. Thank you as well. Bakasi. I'm so sorry if I pronounced that wrong. But thank you so much for asking. Jay Cruz, yes, I have a hard time learning this Elliott Wave rules. Exactly. And that's the reason why I love the ABC method so much, because the book that I originally read this from, yes, the book itself is very complicated, but we kind of took, well, I'm not going to say we because it was majority Kite. Kite took the rules and kind of formed his own strategy off of it. And then from there, in turn, made things a lot easier. Let's see. Is this your highest viewer count so far? Setting records, my guy. Yeah, I think this is the most we had in chat so far. Thank you guys so much, man. Like, this is absolutely incredible. I thank every single one of you for stopping by, whether you're new or whether you've been subscribed to the channel for a while, man. Like this, I'm overwhelmed right now. So thank you guys so much. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I think we're setting records. I think we're getting close to 500 subs, guys. I would love to get to 500 subs within the next couple months. Let's see. That's the goal. I would love to get a the goal is to get monetized by the end of this year, but I don't know, by like the beginning of next year, but I know it's not going to happen. I would be happy with 500 subs though. Kite wants TA on Doge. Kite, please confirm before I do that. Is there going to be a discount? A discount on what? Oh, on Lifetime or Patreon for regular viewers. I'll think about it. I think I'll do something. I'll do like a special. Can't confirm or deny. I'll think about it. No fly zone. Maybe if we'll do if I can get to I'll see. I'll definitely think about it though. If there is, I'll let you guys know. Kite is a guru of ABC. He has helped me so much in training my psychology just watching his streams. Yeah, definitely. Kite is the man. I've learned a lot from him as well as the resources he's recommended me. Thanks, my dude, for explaining your strat. Love your stream. I'm gonna say bye for now because it's 3 AM already in the PH. Looking forward to your analysis later this day. Good to see you so much, Jay, for stopping by. I know you're new to the channel. I do appreciate you asking great questions and hanging out. Thank you so much, my friend. Let's see. Can't confirm or deny. Haha, nice. Cool. Yo, I'm thinking subs till he realizes he just says he thinks he will not get monetized soon. Wait, thinking subs till, but he realized he just says he thinks he will not get monetized soon, so let it rest. Yeah, like I said, it just is how I approach things. I don't get myself too amped up on certain like numbers or targets or anything. I just do my best and let's see what happens. I could be doing better, to be honest. JK, just reading minds in free time. Okay, I got it. Okay, so Kite can't confirm or deny. I'll take a look at Doge if anybody else wants me to. I know Perthish was asking. I'll take a look at Doge. Can I suggest a coin you look for TA? Absolutely, Young Style. I'll definitely be looking. I'll take a look at anything. It would be nice you to be on stream at the same time together, you and Kite. Yeah, maybe we can get something going. I don't know. Kite has his Kite has his own thing going on. Obviously I have the channel here. We'll have to see if we can figure something out. I think both of us talking about trading would be cool. If you guys like to stream over when I was at his house and we streamed a couple times together, maybe we can get something in the works. I don't know. Like I said, I'll have to see what he says, or we can figure out what we would even do. Could you have a look at Engine? Absolutely. On the same stream. Yeah, we'll figure. I think if enough people want it, we can do it. I don't want to just hey Kite, can we get on stream together? I think if you guys really want to, well, we can get it done, but we'll have to see what he says. Love it. I love how many people are using the ABC. ABC is love. ABC is life, man. That's what I always say. But I will absolutely take a look at Engine, Young Style. Like I said, I don't know too much about Engine, so I can't guarantee that the actual chart is gonna look good, but I can give you my best thoughts on it. All right. Is this the most price action it's had? Yeah, I would say so. Jesus. Oh, I'm not on long. That's why. Oh God. I don't want auto. I just want to figure out where I want to start. Okay, so looks like this is the bear market. All right, so I'm going to just prioritize this. The only thing I will say is that we're under this macro, but this is a lot larger of a time frame, so just keep that in mind. I'm not dead set on that level. You do have this ABC did complete. That's the ABC I'm looking at. So right now I'm just going to focus on what's going on in the bear market. So me personally, Engine, the only thing I see that's significant in my opinion is this being an ABC. This is going to complete an A. We have a B and then a C as a continuation. So for me, the main level for Engine for me, the main level I'm looking for Engine to get back above is this low here. I got to get it right. So if Engine can get back above that 37,731, that's going to be a little bit more bullish in my opinion. You do have the availability of this smaller setup. Just for me, in my opinion, how I would view something like this is kind of more of like an altcoin, and I would most likely just focus on spot buying. I do like this as a setup as well, but more importantly, I want to focus on that 3773 region. There is no short setup. I don't know. I mean, there is one on let's see if I go to 2 hour. Did I break Tradingview? There we go. The only thing I can see on like a 2 hour, it's not even that big of a setup though. Even if I go to 30-minute, you do have this ABC here, but like I said, this is a little bit too small for my liking. So, let's young style. The best thing I can say for you is I would not even consider buying into engine until we get back above 3773 region. Not financial advice. That's just my opinion. That's just something I personally would do if I was in your position. Would you suggest dollar cost averaging this one? If I would do that, young style, I only would do it off of an ABC as well as possibly local lows. So pretty much all local lows are basically top is a bottom of a local trend that we're identifying. To me, you have uptrend, downtrend, local low. We got the hotkey. Is there a hotkey for horizontal ray? Alt J. Okay. You do have this as a local low as well. Uptrend, downtrend, local low. Nope, I hit the space bar. I'm an idiot. There you go. Alt J. So, to me, I wouldn't even DCA off of like an every week time frame off of this. I would only do it at levels that make sense. To me, if you're not going to be doing trading off of, or sorry, DCAing off of ABCs, I would do it primarily on local lows. And to be honest, there's nothing really there for engine until we get back down to like that 10-cent region. So keep that in mind, young style. I personally wouldn't just throw money in this coin every week just to throw money in it. I would only do it with larger cap coins that I know are been around for a while and are basically have high liquidity. Let's see. Yeah, I know I build it out of Elliott Wave and Wyckoff. Yeah, I've heard of what the Wyckoff method is, kind of similar, but it's, you know, the new advanced one combines order blocks to get the TP. I'm assuming that's what you meant. Is Bybit safer than Binance because I use Binance? I personally think no. I personally think no exchange is the safest. If I had to give you, I guess, like if I had to give you, I would say you don't have to leave all your coins in an exchange. Definitely use a separate wallet, but I would say Binance and Bybit are definitely the best out there, in my opinion. If it comes to like leverage trading, obviously you have Coinbase, but they don't offer that. The ABC and the weekly is the best strategy to build an investment portfolio. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree, Cage. I think, am I all caught up on chat? I think I'm all caught up on chat. Guys, this has been absolutely phenomenal. I can't believe it. This, I think, like I said, this is the most I've ever had viewing one stream before. So thank you guys so much, man. Every single one. I wish at the end of this, I'm going to do my best to just remember everyone who's been here today, because this is a milestone for me. So I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate it. I think I'm all... Oh yeah, Prateesh wanted me to look at Doge. We are going down on BTC. Create a log sheet, John. I might have to do that maybe before the stream. 25? Holy shit. Sorry for the language. We're not going down. We were going down on BTC. We'll see how it responds to this level. But Lazard, this is a very important key level. So this is why I'm streaming here today. At this time, because I didn't want to miss a potential move. Mr. Bogdan? Let me know if I think it's Bogdan. Hello, my friend. Thank you so much for stopping by. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. If you have over 5 congruent viewers, you are in the top 7% of streamers. Really? Holy shit. That can't be true, Kite. There must be a lot of people streaming then. 27. Wow. Guys, this is absolutely phenomenal. Right now it says 22 on my OBS. There it says 25 on YouTube Studio. This is crazy. Any prediction? Who's my secret Santa? That's a tough one. I don't know who exactly be your secret Santa. Try to think of something funny to say, but I can't. Let's see. Bells. I can't pronounce that. Mr. Mar. Banuma Roma. I can't. I was trying to, for some reason, I don't know why I wanted to think that was Spanish, but I have no idea. I'm sorry. I do not speak that language. Ernest. Spam. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Kite. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Young Style. I am planning to start DCing again. Should I do it with ETH or BTC? Yes. Try to stick to Romanian. Romanian. Okay. Where's Vlad when you need him? Unless this is Vlad's secret account. What am I? If you're from David Tech's group, Vlad's Romanian as well. You can definitely help me out here. I am planning to start DCing again. All right, so yeah, Young Style, stick to BTC, ETH, LTC, anything that has higher liquidity. Now, if you don't know what liquidity is, like we can go on a website like CoinMarketCap. If I can spell. I can't spell. And what you're looking for is market cap total. So my rule of thumb, except Doge, don't know why Doge is even in the top 10. I would not do XRP. Me personally, I'll give you some recommendations what I would primarily look into. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin's surprisingly not in the top 10 anymore. If you're looking for a little bit more, I guess, risky, something that has a little bit more potential, but you do have that risk as well of failing, I would say Cardano is not bad. I did not check Matic. Kite, did Matic get it? Oh, I missed the Matic entry. Damn it. Shoot. I'm sorry. I just raged for a second. I missed the Matic entry. Well, guys, if Matic can get back above or can retest right now, because it's currently below its larger A. Well, not larger A, but it is above this ABC setup. So if I can get a retest, I'll set a limit order. I completely forgot about Matic. Shoot. I did not have the bot set up for that too. The big dummy. This is annoying me. But yeah, stay away from Matic. That's, to be honest, I don't know anything else I would really recommend. Well, anything else I would put my money into, because I'm not recommending anything. But that's just me, though. Yes, I am Vlad the Impaler. Oh, Jesus Christ. I would rather look at volume 24 hours, not market cap. Yeah, that's a valid thing too. But I think market cap is just as important, in my opinion. Good to see you too, Johnny Kite's best disciple. I appreciate that, buddy. Silly goose, silly goose. I know, I done goofed. I'm gonna... shoot, man. That's kind of annoying me. It's fine knowing Matic, he'll pump again into that range. Yeah, that's why I'm not too dead set on it. Volume can come and go. Liquidity matters. Most market strength. I think both are important, but I would value liquidity over volume. BNB looks good. I would say BNB is not bad. I just not the biggest fan of exchange coins. Are you in BTC short now? Yes, I am currently. I'm in a BTC, ETH, and LTC short. So I'm currently short off of this entry here. Off of this setup. Let's see. With order blocks, you get the tip of C and use the entry, use ABC entry as break even. I mean, if it works, it works. My thing is, it shows more validity when I can get an entry off of a bigger setup versus trying to play into the C, or play into like certain peaks. If that makes sense. Are you? Oh, let's see. Don't break tabletop. No, that was my armchair. That was the chair to my arm. My desk is very nice. It's made out of like this. I bought this as like a present to myself for doing well in the bull market. It's huge. Like I can't reach. Like I'm holding the one side here. I can't grab the other side. It's like a L-shaped desk and it's adjustable. And it's got like this like carbon fiber look top to it. And I got this giant mouse pad for it. So I would never harm my table because it was expensive. Johnny, how could you miss? I'm a subscriber right now. You know what, Ernest? I understand. It's fine. No hard feelings. I know I'm not the best. I'm pretty damn good, but I'm not the best. But I don't blame you. You have XMR, John? I do. Actually, I have a little bit. I have a little bit locked away in a wallet somewhere. I really haven't bought too much XMR recently. I should. Now, like if you try to, oh, this is market cap. This is market cap. My bad. XMR USD. Like the chart for this is absolutely garbage. Like I think leverage trading XMR is probably terrible, but I would definitely consider. I probably should start DCing into XMR a little bit. Let's see. Ernest the marriage fixer. Did you check Cardano? It's really made a lower low. I looked at it briefly. I see what I think I see what you're talking about. It did. I mean, on this, it's freaking snowing again, guys. Oh my goodness. I wish I could show you, but like the camera, I can't rotate the camera that far. And plus, that side of my room is not the cleanest. But yes, I see what you're talking about. I did not put in a lower low on this exchange. But if you guys hear the plows in the back, I apologize. We did not put in a lower low, so I need to get a lower low past that if you want that setup. I probably wouldn't take that, to be honest. I just don't. Jeez. I just personally don't I would wait until we get I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable trading altcoins right now. That's just my opinion. Laser, I only remember Emmy, the finest milkman in the West. I have no idea what's going on. One day long. On ADA, Dandy? I mean, like I said, the only major position I would consider taking for ADA is that 40-cent region. Spikes on XMR are due to transaction at dark web. Yeah, I 100% believe that. So that's why I would never leverage trade it. I would probably possibly spot buy it. Ernest, negative 5 degrees Celsius here during the day, negative 10 at night. Very unusual for Scotland. Jeez, that's cold, man. I think right now it's only like 30 Fahrenheit. Okay, it's 34 Fahrenheit, which I'm surprised it's sticking. At least sticking enough for the plows. Well, it was really cold yesterday. It was like in like the 20s. Pratheesh, spikes from trading military aid to Ukraine on dark web. Yeah. Definitely could be the case. My apartment is freezing. Yeah, you know, I'm not the brightest individual in the world. I do have my my window opened a little bit, and that's why I'm wearing like a heavy shirt like this. And it's funny because I'm wearing like shorts. I thought someone's going outside my door. But yeah, I just don't personally would take any leverage positions on 88 at the moment. I really want to get this Matic trade in because Matic has a potential to go all the way back down to 30 cents. That's like worst case scenario, though. That's worst case scenario. I refuse to turn the heater on. Electricity is so expensive right now. Absolutely. See, that's with cold. What I always tell people is that you can always put on more layers. When it's hot in the summer, you can only get so naked. That's my motto. And for some reason, people hate me for it. It makes the most logical sense. So Harvey, I don't blame you. I just wear layers. And if you got a PC, play some games. It'll heat your house for you. I really want to get this Matic entry in. Damn it. Yeah, I think I'm too far. Shit. I don't know, guys. I'm about to be a bad example. Kite, your risk calculator is not working. I'm just kidding. I think, what's my available margin? Come on. Now the numbers aren't working. I'm managing too much at once. I'm going to be a really bad example right now. All right, guys. I do not recommend you do this, but in certain situations where I am trying to catch a much larger potential move, especially on a coin like Matic, I will use a little bit more. So like, for example, if I use, let's say I got in here. If I use 3%, it's gonna put me about like 91.86. All right, that's a 3%. If I get in here, I have to pretty much match that. So for me, I would have to use about a 4% stop loss. I'm willing to go a little bit under that. So 3.5. But I'm only going to be using, I'm going to be using less than half risk. Just because I want to get a little bit in. I just want to sprinkle a little bit. So if I go to Matic, I'm going to do this on my phone just because I have too many tabs open at once and I want to get this in now. Short. So if I use less than half, yeah, so I'm gonna use 2% is 1.5. I'm gonna use 7. I use 75%. Yep, that's less than half. Do not follow in my footsteps sometimes. Sometimes. I'm a degen. I'm on FOMO. Yes. But you have to give yourself certain, basically you still have to give the entry some breathing room. And I'm also waiting, and I'm also using less risk. So I would usually use half risk, right? I'm actually using less than half. I'm using about 1.25%. John on FOMO. Guys, I'm not the best example sometimes. FOMO, let's go. Wait for pullback. Of course, I get it. I got in, and I'll show you guys. It's already going against me. I think I'm literally going to be losing like $6. So maybe like, yeah, about less than $6. Kite is shaking his head right now. Kite, I know you are shaking your head, okay? Don't remind me. We'll check that entry, John. Absolutely. Go ahead. It's okay, guys. Kite is banging his head. He's just staring at the screen, disappointment just. It's okay. You guys can stare at me in disappointment too. It's a small trade. Don't be that guy. Yes. Guys, 95% of the time, I am a great example. I stick to my parameters. But don't FOMO like I just did. But if you absolutely are going to, try to talk yourself out of it. If you still can't talk yourself out of it, use as little risk as you're willing to. Like for me, like I'm using less than I would willing to risk normally on a good position. And I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that. It's not that much less. My R&R is not going to be the same. But that's fine. I'll take that chance. And see, this is a trade I won't post to the group just because it's going to be a volatile trade. Plus, it's an altcoin, which I usually don't trade. It's going against what I've been doing. As well as it to be a bad example to say I got in now. And this is why I don't want you to do this. But we'll see what happens. Kai, are you going to go live or no? Or am I stealing your airtime? I don't know if Kite's still in here. Because we've been going for 2 hours now, and it's absolutely phenomenal. I can keep going. Should we do Wordle? I just realized we haven't done Wordle yet. I know somebody asked about it. All right, let's do it. Audio. A and the I are in different spots. Break. Okay, so the A is in the right spot. The A, the I, and the R are good letters. Come on. What do you guys think? Why was so important in that position on Matic? The only reason why is because this is my train of thought. We're below a major pivot on BTC and ETH. All right, ETH we dropped down a little bit more. As of now, the potential for price to continue downwards does increase. So I have to look at Matic from a much larger perspective. All right, and for me, if I'm going to take a trade, obviously I missed the entry, but in my head is, if I'm going to get into this trade now, I have to structure it in the way to where I am still allowing price to breathe, as well as what am I going to risk and making sure I'm not over risking. In this particular situation, if it's a normal trade, I'll be using 3%, a 3% at the entry here, as well as using half risk. For me, I'm willing to take the trade on a little bit less of an R&R, as well as I'm going to risk a little bit less, just because I want to get in this position. And because of the conditions that I just described and mentioned before, to me, I'm willing to take that chance, but I'm taking that chance and still being strategic about it. I am not using too much risk. I'm not just getting into a trade to get into a trade. I'm still allowing price to be able to move. If I was using a 1% stop, like we have been previously, this would be stupid, because all I would do is get an entry. Basically, I stopped out at re-entry and have to re-enter again. No, at this point, we're using a large enough stop loss as it is. I'm willing to give myself a little bit breathing room above the if this and that statement. Do you think it will not get a retest? It's possible that it doesn't. It very well can, but I'm willing to take that chance. Even if we do get a retest up here, that's fine with me. I'm still sticking to that short. I'm not even gonna exit and re-enter. I'm just gonna let it ride, because if we do get back above that, eventually when we get closer to the stop, it might still play in this region. We might get a different answer on BTC as well. But because right now BTC is holding this as resistance at the moment, it's still, the probabilities of more downside are available. So smart. Oh, you were saying smart as like, oh, it wasn't a Wordle guess. I'm like, wait a minute, A is in the last spot. I'm you were saying smart as my logic, my deduction, my reasoning for it was smart. I'm so stupid. I got busy talking about trades and I just messed up a chance. I gotta check how bad this weather is, or if it's going to continue to get worse, because I might have to leave the house. And I don't necessarily think, I'm trying to think of like what, I'm trying to multitask weather, Wordle. Well, I gotta text someone. Guys, like I said, if you guys have any questions for me regarding trading, or if you want to tune in and help me out with the Wordle here, you absolutely can. But yeah, we're just hanging out. You guys have any ideas? Disturbed John. Ha, kidding. So it is not trial. Yeah, because there's no T. This is great fun. I have to go. Thank you for your time, Johnny. Hope to catch you on the next time. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Ernest, so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate you. Guys, I probably will be streaming on Saturday just because it's the magical December 17th. And we'll have to see if we get an answer of what Price wants to do. I figured it's a good idea. Vlad, friend of mine, mentioned it. So I figured we hang out for a little bit. Maybe we can catch some Price action on the weekend. But we'll have to see. No, you're not stupid. You are smart. I'm smart when it comes to, like, just because I have practice. I have practice and I have time in the space. That's the reason why I would consider myself smart when it comes to trading. Overall, like, I'm not that smart of a guy. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm a goofball. I mean, obviously being goofy doesn't mean you're stupid, but like, I never went to, like, I didn't finish college. Like, I don't. Obviously, college doesn't dictate IQ at all. I probably have a decently high or decent IQ, but it just comes down to willing to learn, putting the time in. LiDAR, maybe Rival. Oh, Rival is a good one for Thish. Wow, are you? I question that. I'm just kidding. That was a good guess. That was a fantastic guess. Just don't tell Kite. He's cheating again. Nah, I don't. I think I see. You want to know who's smart? Pratheesh is smart. He's a smart guy. Thank you, Johnny. Nice quality time on your stream. Thank you so much, Lazar, for tuning in. I really do appreciate you. It's been a blast. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I completed the game before. That's absolutely possible. That is possible. All right, we've been going for about 2 hours. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. Just because, like I said, I do plan on being here on Saturday. Maybe an extended live stream, so I don't want to burn myself out from streaming too much. There goes the ETH alert. Wait, what did it trigger? Oh, it's BTC. I thought it was ETH. Wordle Limited is harder. I can absolutely agree. But guys, like I said, I do plan on being here on Saturday, December 17th. December 17th is a magical day. If you don't know why, long story short, I'm going to just go over that. It's probably the last thing I talk about. But for some reason, December 17th has always been some sort of pivotal movement in Bitcoin's market history, besides the most recent one. Last one, it was kind of the middle, but we did have a continuation of the bear market. The December 17th before that was the beginning of that's around the time, well, Bitcoin did pump before that, but pretty much almost marked the beginning of the bull market, of the break of the 20k high. I think what might be going on is what happened in 2019, where I think if the COVID dump didn't happen, I think we would have bottomed. But something like this could be happening. It almost marked the bottom of that. Before was pretty much a couple days off of the bottom of the bear market in 2018. In 2017, it was about pretty much the day or the day after of the bull market high, the 2016 bull market high. This was a couple days before the break of the previous high in 2016, which started the continuation of the bull market. So this, for some reason, December 17th has some sort of weight. Does carry some sort of weight in the market, so we'll have to see what happens. That's why I'm going to be streaming. Maybe we'll get some fun, we might be able to catch some price action on the weekend. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for tonight, folks, or today, just because I did stream a little bit earlier than when I usually stream, and as well as, you know, we've been going here for 2 hours now, and I do plan on being here the next 2 days. So guys, thank you so much. This has been one of the best live streams I've had so far. Definitely the most amount of people who decided to come by and say hello and ask great questions. Maybe I'll go through the list. Perthish, Lazar, Dandy, Harvey, No Fly Zone. Let's see. Ernest. If I missed anyone, I'm so sorry. Let's see who else. Harvey. I said Harvey. Mr. Mar, if you're still here, thank you so much, my friend. My Romanian friend. Cage, Mr. Glue Power. Kitty Kite. Young Style. Mr. Bogdan. I'm sorry I couldn't figure out who your Secret Santa is. I hope it's someone you want it to be. Let's see. Niraj. Man, I want to make sure I don't... Young Style. No, Young Style has the same name or same picture as Mr. Long here. But thank you as well, my friend. Jay Cruz. If you get into catching up the replay, thank you so much for coming by and asking about the ABC method. I really do appreciate it. Ombakasi, thank you, my friend. Like I said, I think I messed that up, but I'm sorry if I did, but thank you so much, my friend. Let's see. Cheese. Jahram. I don't know if I pronounced that right. That's another name I'm gonna butcher. I really do apologize, my friend. Mama Quila, thank you so much. Mr. Masaki, I cannot pronounce the first name, so I apologize. Kaimatana, oh god, it's another one. Jeff Jefferson, if you're still here, good to see you, my friend. I thank you so much for stopping by. I think that's everyone. Oh, Cree Trading, can't forget about you, buddy. You were one of the first ones, as well as Perthish. And I think that's everyone. Whiskey on the 17th. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you so much, Dandy, for stopping by and hanging out. It's good to see you, my friend. When ABC tattoo with Kite's face below. Kite doesn't remember this, but remember we had a conversation in this Discord years ago. I told him if I made $1 million in the bull run, I would get his logo tattooed on my ass, and he just completely forgot about it. I didn't get the tattoo because I didn't make $1 million that bull run. I had a little bit higher expectations, but maybe if I make $1 million this bull run, I'll go ahead and do it. But again, kind of shooting myself a little high there, but that also is a big commitment, so worth it. If I make $1 million this bull run, or if I can get to, I'll mark this on stream now. If I can't make $1 million, we'll do a devil's at. We'll do it like a different option. Either I make $1 million, or if I can get to 10K subs by the time we get to, let's say give myself 2 years. If I can get 10K subs within the next 2 years, I will get Kite's logo tattooed on my ass. You better. I absolutely will, Kite. I absolutely will. And it's a binding contract. We have Kite in chat making sure, reaffirming. You guys have video evidence. If I can get to 10K subs then in the next 2 years from this date, so by December 15th of 2024, show this channel like your life depended on it, everyone. I will absolutely do it. And I don't know if I'll show it on stream because I might get banned if you see my bare ass on live stream, but maybe I'll take a picture of it. I'll even get it in the color too. I'll get it in the gold color. Sending 10K bots. No, I have to get monetized, all right? I have to get monetized, guys. I'm trying to do this full time. If you send 10K bots and I get banned, and all right, guys, please don't send the bots. If I get my channel banned because someone decided to send some bots over, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. But this channel means something to me. I need 10K legitimate subs. So everyone, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your kids. No, actually, no, don't tell your kids because they're not old enough to make responsible trading decisions. You need a full developed brain to trade. But guys, tell your friends. And yeah, just tell your friends. And no bots, please. For the love of God, please, no bots. All right, let's see. On Kite other side, Monk. Monk's gotta, guys. Monk, we gotta get Monk to make a YouTube channel. All right, and we gotta get him to start streaming gaming, guys. Monk and Kite are absolutely monsters at Call of Duty. My nickname is Mr. Liability. I think I might change my Call of Duty name to that because I am the redheaded stepchild compared to them. They have to like take care of me and make sure I'm okay. I can carry my weight sometimes, but I think the Kite's gonna be streaming on that channel a lot more, and we got to get Monk to do it. And as soon as I get a channel from him, I will absolutely shill it on this channel because Monk's a good friend, as well as I might be playing some games with them. And Kite, we should play other games besides Call of Duty at some point. Like I know Call of Duty's fun, but like I feel like playing other games and just being stupid and goofy is definitely fun too. We'll see. But that's down the road. If I can get to 20K subs, add another 10K, and then Monk will be on the other cheek. All right, my friends, we had fun here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and log off because we'll be on here for a long time now. But guys, this has been the best stream I've had so far. I wouldn't be able to do it without you. So guys, I really do appreciate every single one of you who is here, every single one of you who watches the replay, everyone who stops by. Like it honestly means the freaking world to me, man. I cannot be here because of you. So thank you guys. Seriously, thank you. And then one day I will give back to the channel. I'll let you guys know how much I appreciate you guys. I will get back to the channel one day. Just gotta figure out how I'm gonna do it, when I'm gonna do it. I want to do like a 1K sub special. Maybe I'll do a 500 sub special, which we're pretty close to actually. So I'll have to see how we do on that. So, like I said, I'll catch you guys on Saturday. Thank you so much. Now that we know the plan, trade the plan, and be well, be safe. Until next time.